order the regular board meeting for Creighton Elementary School District on June 19th. I'd like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Will Mr. Andy Gutierrez please lead us in Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, let the roll call show all board members and members of cabinet are present. I'd like to welcome everyone to tonight's meeting and remind the audience of the request to address the board cards that must be completed and submitted to the board secretary if you wish to speak to an agenda item. Board policy provides for 2 cards. The white cards to be submitted in order to speak to an agenda item, and blue cards to be submitted to speak to blue cards to be submitted in order to speak during public comments. Our policy also states there is a 5-minute maximum time limit per speaker. Due to open meeting law, board members are not allowed to address items that are not on the agenda. If you do not want to address the board but wish to give your comments in writing, you can do so on the goldenrod sheet, and all members will receive a copy. Approval of agenda. If the board pleases, I'd like to recommend we move items 9A and D under personnel to be heard after the superintendent's comments and before the approval of consent.
Second.
Is there any discussion, any further adjustments? Been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Okay. 2B, the adoption of the 2012-2013 budget. Pursuant to policy DB, board members, what we heard, we had the presentation from our public budget hearing. Is there any further comments?
I move the governing board adopt the total aggregate school district budget per ARS 15-905, soft capital budget 15-962, and the insurance proceeds budget per 15-1103C for fiscal year 2012-13.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. Okay. Approval of minutes, the regular board meeting held June 5th. Are there any corrections? I have a motion.
The correction was made that
I move the governing board approve the minutes as submitted.
It's been moved. Is there a second? It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. Public comments. Our first speaker is Carla Vega. Ms. Vega, will you please state your name and address, indicate the topic you wish to present to the board, and limit your presentation to the time allotted by policy 5 minutes.
Okay, my name is Carla Vega and my address is 1822 North 24th Street, apartment 9, Phoenix, Arizona, 38508. I'm a little bit nervous. Okay. I'm here to inform myself and educate more about these meetings and express my concerns and ask you for your help. I made letters because I'm not good talking. I'm too nervous, so that's okay.
Yes.
So,
Okay, we will read this and take this into consideration.
thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Vega. Do you want to take a moment to read this? That's all right. we can't comment on this and move us along in our agenda to Superintendent's report. Dr. Boyle.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being at our meeting this evening. Since our meeting on June 5th, we have continued the process to prepare for the 2012-13 academic year. In that process, we've continued the hiring of staff, including classroom teachers, teachers on assignments, principals and assistant principals, and the hiring process continues. Also, the preliminary curriculum and assessment work was completed, but that will continue. As we move into July, the summer school will be held at Monte Vista School, starting Monday, July 9th through Friday, July 27th, and we encourage everyone, including board members, to take some time to go to Monte Vista School during that time, because not only is it summer school for our students, but it's a job-embedded professional development for the staff who will be working with our students looking at English language acquisition. Additionally, on our calendar, just a reminder that Saturday, June 30th is the ASBA Delegate Assembly, and as we move into August, our Governing Board study session. So this evening, again, we welcome everyone to a very important board meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Boyle. Any questions for Dr. Boyle? Okay. The next item on our